So, good morning, guys. Welcome back to our advanced shell scripting session. So, the last session which we took was on 17th of the September, and we had given a very long gap, right? Almost like around 10 days of gap we are given. And if you remember in the last class, right, what we have did, right, we just started with our scripting actually. It means that before scripting, we try to complete few more commands and everything, but on the 17th itself we started with the scripting, and we started with the just with the if condition actually. And we had understood about the syntax. Anyhow, we will revisit again everything because some of you might have missed it, or some of you have not brushed it up, but still we will brush it up today also. So if condition we just started, and you could see in this notepad, you could see that what are the examples we like we executed on that session, right? I have just copy pasted it. So, but if you check the notes which is there in our drive, right, it might not have this example. So I just try to collect all the examples, whatever we typed in the class, right? I just pasted in this document. So this document, what I'm going to do that I'm going to re-upload it today, so that actually you will get all these scripts actually. Clear? Now what I'm going to do, guys, now during our session, so I will be writing a lot of basic script or advanced scripts and all. So I will copy paste all the scripts in this notepad only, so that for you guys it will be a reference. I won't upload any kind of a files with this actually. Okay, I can even do that also if you need it, or else it is better that in the running notes itself we'll have these examples. Okay, so from now onwards, like we just started our scripting stuff. So whatever I write it down, or whatever I write into the script, right, the same thing I'll copy paste here in our notepad. Clear? Okay, fine. So that's the reason I just copy pasted. So I will try to like upload the same today. Okay, now coming back to here, today is our 28th, and we have a separate class notes for this. So let us write. So today is 18th September, sorry, 28th September 2023, and the timing is 8:10, 8:09, whatever, AMIST. So guys, last session we had just understood about the if condition. If condition. So I'm not really going now with the if condition. I mean, I will go with some few more examples, but what I feel like, there are many things are there which we call it as something like a miscellaneous things actually, which we need to cover now. Miscellaneous things which we need to cover now. Okay, what are those miscellaneous things? A lot of people had a lot of different kinds of doubts, because they would have gone through many scripts and they have seen many kind of other different syntaxes. Okay, many other kind of symbols they have seen in their scripts actually. Maybe like some of them will really get confused. What is this? Rajesh has said something, and when I see in this scripts, I'm seeing something totally kind of a different symbols. So I mean, you sometime what happened, you might get confused, or you'll feel like, okay, what is this? What are these differences? So are there many different ways of representing the same thing? Yes, there are many different things are there, guys. In like while writing a script, right, there are many ways are there which you can use in the script actually. So it is not one way, there are multiple ways are there. And even like, it is not one syntax, guys, there are multiple syntaxes are there which you need to follow it. Like for example, I remember in the last session, I had told that, okay, guys, this is what the if condition, something like this. Some people will also see in some of the script like this, double bracket. Now you might have ask the question, why we are using a double bracket? Okay, or what is the difference between double bracket and a single bracket? Yes, we will be discussing today all these things, right? So this is one of the things. Okay, and also like what happened, right, in our script, right, we will be using a lot of variables, right? We will be using a lot of some special symbols. So we will be using variables, we will be using some special symbols. Okay, so there are many things are there which we will be using in our script. Okay, so you might see those usage of all those variables or some kind of a special symbols, everything in our scripts actually. So when you see it, actually, you should not get confused, or you should not get panic actually. What is this? Okay, I'm not able to. You should not think in that way. Okay, so that is what I thought, that those are all something like which comes under something like a miscellaneous things which we need to really learn, or which we need to have a knowledge on that while writing a script, and that will greatly help you to understand any kind of script given to you, and also you can make use of those all those special symbols or variables, everything in your script. Actually, it will make your script looks more good. It makes your script looks more robust and everything, right? So this is some of the things. Or else, for example, one more example if I want to give, for example, like you will see that actually, as I mentioned earlier, whenever you start a script, always you should say that you should say slash ban hash bang slash bin slash bash. You would have seen this, right? So this is nothing but you are mentioning, this is nothing but the she bang. We discussed this hash bang is nothing but it's a she bang, correct? We discussed this also in our last session, she bang. But some of you might have seen in some of the script something like they will see like this actually. Now you will get confused. What is this, sir? You have been using this symbol or this shebang always in your script, but in my company I'm seeing this one. What is this difference? So guys, all these things we'll be discussing today along with the scripting. Okay, so those what I categorize it as something like miscellaneous of very important things which we should know. Okay, so now guys, very important is that actually that whatever I will be discussing, a small pin to pin point, you need to concentrate, understand, remember, and practice. Very, very minute thing to minute thing. Even if I'm speaking something like a comma, you need to keep it in mind. Okay, and everything, whatever bits and pieces which I'll be discussing from now, everything is important. Don't miss anything while studying or while updating. Everything is very highly important, because everything, whatever the aspect or the concept which I'll be discussing, everything will be used in the script heavily. So don't miss any stuff. Actually, everything you need to update and study, and also practice at your workplace. Okay. Okay. Now you know very well that in our while working on it, actually, I will be showing all the scripts execution in these two servers. Actually, one is a Ubuntu server, other is the CentOS server. So again, the question that why we are having two servers? Yes, to make sure that the same script works in a different flavors of your Linux operating system, I have chosen these two Linux distribution. But if you ask me very specifically, there are many scripts are there which I'll be executing in the CentOS server or in the RHL server. CentOS is not, but it's an RHL flavor only, right? Red Hat Enterprise Linux, right? That's what. And also, you know that in major companies, right, we are using RHL or CentOS as a Linux distribution. So hence what happened, I am using this. But in some organization, they are using Ubuntu server also, right? So Ubuntu and CentOS, these are the two different flavors, and we have to execute all our scripts under these two servers. But you would see that majorly, you will see that all the scripts which I'm executing, I'll be executing in the CentOS server. But in some cases, what I will do, right, to show the difference, I might take the same script what I have written in the CentOS, copy paste in the Ubuntu server, execute it and show the output in a different way, and try to explain to that what is a difference, in the same script while it is executing in CentOS and in Ubuntu. That difference I'm going to tell in the class, so that you will understand. Okay, this script works in a different way when it comes to Ubuntu. This script works in a different way when it comes to the CentOS. Like that, you will get to know. But majorly, if you see, you take any script, right? It is platform independent. It means that you can go and you can take that script and run in any distribution of Linux, right? It will work actually. But there are some things, some cases are the where some commands differs from one distribution to other distribution. So if you have used commands inside the script, right? If that command works in CentOS, it doesn't mean that the same command might work in CentOS. Sometimes the command name might get changed, the syntax might change, everything. So that might not properly work for Ubuntu server. So you need to do little bit alteration in your script to make sure that that script works in Ubuntu also. So that is the only thing you have to say. But what I would say that 95% of all the scripts, whatever you are writing for one distribution, guys, it will definitely work in other distribution also. No doubt in that actually. Okay, here on the slide, some of the things, okay, might not work. Some commands which you have implemented in your script, right, which works only on CentOS, it might not work in Ubuntu. So you need to just replace that command with the command what is there in the Ubuntu server, Ubuntu distribution. Only small changes you need to do. Otherwise, everything is same. Okay, so you might say that, sir, I will practice everything only on Ubuntu. Yeah, please practice everything on Ubuntu, or else please practice everything on CentOS. There is no like restriction in that actually. Clear. But why I have chosen this two, as I said, right, I will be executing the scripts on both the distribution and show you it, so that you should be comfortable in understanding and learning everything. Is it clear, guys? Good. Okay. Now, okay, let me log into the server. Okay, let me log into the CentOS server. Copy the public IP. Yes. Go to your downloads where you have downloaded your PT. Just you remember that I had created the saved sessions, right? So I'll click on the CentOS, load it, give the public IP, and log into the server. Clear? So I've logged in it. Same thing, what I will do, I will even log in Ubuntu also. Okay. Copy the public IP of the Ubuntu server. Go to your downloads where you have putty sessions. Double click on that. You have already created a session on that. So you just try to load this, give the IP, and then log in it. Accept the connection and then log in it. Clear? So you have a Ubuntu server as well as you have a CentOS server here. Now, okay, in the CentOS, if you remember, I had created a directory by scripts actually. See, can you see here? There's a scripts directory. Yeah. So get inside the scripts directory and start writing all the scripts in a particular directory. So always, whenever you are practicing, please create a particular folder and try to create all those files, all the script files in that particular folder only, so that you will be remembering where all your scripts you have placed actually. Okay. Now, so these are some four scripts which we had written in the last session, and the same thing I copy pasted in this notepad also. Okay, so same thing I'm going to upload it today. Okay. Now, what are those miscellaneous things which we have to learn? Very important, guys. So from now onwards, our journey starts in a very deeper way where we'll be learning many things in the scripting part. Okay. So first, let us understand that we already discussed, you remember in the very long back, we discussed about the variables. So variables we discussed a lot. Variables is something like it's a label that assigns some value. Yes, we understood that. That assigns some value, right? And you know that in your shell script or in your shell, okay, whenever you want to define a variable, there is nothing like a type. There's nothing like a type. You have to directly use a variable name. Something x is equal to 10. So you're using a variable by name x and you're assigning a value 10 to the variable, right? And when you want to display it, you have to just say echo $x. This we have learnt it, right? So this x is a variable. And what is the type of the variable x? There is no type as such actually. But one thing I said that you can specifically declare a variable as an integer by using a declare command. So declare is one of the way where you are explicitly saying that actually that y variable is an integer variable. So apart from the integer, all other variables, whatever you're doing, right, there is no type as such. Okay. So this variable, it can store an integer, it can store a string or a character, or it can store anything. So whatever the value you're storing, right, it could be anything. It doesn't mean that you have to only store the integer. You can store a variable. You can even store a single character. Or you can store a string. You can store an integer. You can store a floating point, some 11.40 or anything, whatever it is there, right? Here you can store it actually. Right. So now, so we discussed about this actually, but we just in a very high level we discussed. We didn't really discuss much about the variables. And also you remember that we also discussed about there are two types of variables. One is the user defined variables and other is an environment variable, right? Environment variable. This is what we had discussed in previous session we discussed about this. Okay, but we really didn't dwell much into it, but because like I just told you in a very high level. So what we're going to understand, very some more few basic things we're going to understand about the variable, so that you guys will be very much comfortable in the variable part and how we are using these variables inside a scripter. That is very much important. That is what we have to learn today. Okay, so now for example, let me write some script actually. So to just write something like variable one dot sh. One dot sh. So I'm just writing a script actually, a very basic script. So you know that we will always start with our with the shebang, right? Hashbang slash bin slash bash. That will tell your operating system or the kernel to execute whatever the script which are written under the bash shell actually, right? That is what you need to always mention the your interpreter path actually, where exactly your interpreter exists. So in our system, the interpreter exists under the bin bash. Guys, sometime what happened, right? The bash might not be there always under the bin directory. Okay, it might be under slash user bin. So if you say which bit bash, can you see here? Slash user bin bash. But here what happened, right? But Rajesh, why you're using slash bin slash bash? When you do lsfnl on this complete path, okay, so it means that actually here under the bin also, guys, bin also you have the bash, and usr bin also you have a bash. Okay, so when it comes to the variables, if I open it, so Rajesh, do I have to mention like this? Yes, sir. Like this also can mention. Now the question comes are why they have maintained in this way actually, guys. Why? Because you know, like for example, this is our CentOS. This is our old server actually. This is a very old machine. So in the legacy, in a very old time, what happened, right? The bash interpreter, they used to keep it under slash user bin only. Okay, or else to be more specific, right? In the CentOS or in RHL, they have kept the bash under the USR bin only. But to make it more portable, okay, to make or to be in a very safe slash USR bin, right? Bash. Here only they keep the bash interpreter. To be more portable, right? They have even kept under the bin also. But whereas in Ubuntu distribution, I think they have kept only in the bin bash. Let us see. Let us go here and let us see which bash. So I'm in a Ubuntu server. So here also we have the same thing. Whether we have the bin bash also, yes, we should have it. Here also we have. Let us see if this user bin bash is a soft link to it. No, it is not soft link. It is. So in the both the places, they have kept this bash interpreter. So guys, don't get confused here. So which one I should use? You can use anything. You have to just mention this path in your shebang actually. Clear? So in some of the script, if you see in the industry, you might see the first line hashbang slash user bin bash, like that you will see. Or else, as I said earlier, like you will also see this way also. What is this? We will discuss soon now. After some time, we will discuss about this also. Okay. So now, okay. So don't get worried about this path. So you can just execute the which command in your system. But most of the time, 99, now 100%, you will always see the bash will be there under the bin directory only. Or else you will have here in this also. In some distribution, if you go there, you might not find the bash under the slash or bin. You'll only find in hash bin only, slash bin only. So please make sure that if you execute the which bash, you will get the interpreter. So always execute this command to verify or to make sure yourself that you have to get the proper path of your bash. The same thing you use in your script actually. Clear? Now, now, so I have a variable dot sh. Okay, good. So I can use any interpreter. Now what happens? Suppose I'm just saying, I'm just using echo. What is it? Welcome to something bash shell scripting. Echo something bash shell scripting is what you call powerful in Linux environment, whatever, like this. So we are working with variable constructs, something of bash shell scripting. So I'm just using a very simple echo command, echo, and just trying to print all these strings, whatever I'm passing the echo, right? And when I try to save this file, always give the chmod command to change the execute permission, give the execute permission for your variable one.sh and execute that script actually. Variable one.sh. See, you are able to get all the strings, whatever you're passing through echo command. Yes, we know very well. But if you see it in your variable.sh, so I can just say cat of variable one.sh, right? So let me copy paste this script. Second, guys, I think somebody is not muted. Please mute, guys, yourself.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, please. Yeah, thank you. No problem. Yeah. So I've just used this actually. Okay, fine. Now, like here, if you see in the variable.sh actually, variable one.sh, I'm using this string. This is fine, but you could see that bash shell scripting, This string is repeated in almost every line actually. So now your question comes, sir, can I replace with any variable? Yeah, definitely, man. You can replace with a variable, right? So I'll go with this variable one.sh. Okay, I will send something like I'll just use a variable s is equal to bash shell scripting, right? So I'm using some variable s something. So can I replace this whole string with a variable? Yes, you have to use it actually. Yes. So $s. Obviously, right? You know this actually. We can replace with a variable now. $s is, and here also. $s, right? And now you execute the same script now. See, it will work. So you're just replacing this entire string and you're placing in a variable on the s actually. S is some variable. Okay. So this is how you are actually replacing this entire string with a variable. And you know that whenever you want to change it, actually, you can change it only in this one variable. It will get reflected in every line of the code, right? That is an importance of using this variable. So that's what I said. The variable is a label. It's a label that assigns some value, right? It assigns some value. Good. So now, so what are variables, guys? So if you talk about the variables, as I said, right, variables are useful to store the data in shell script, and later we can use them if required. Simple. For example, simple variable, how I'm defining a variable, something like x is equal to something like a 4. Right? I'm defining a variable, something like x is equal to 4. Right? Now, when you just say x is equal to 4, so here, x is equal to 4, you are defining a variable. Now you say that, sir, can I give a space in between like this? X is equal to 4. It will not work out, guys. Or else x is equal to 4, say it will not work out. So there shouldn't be any space in between when you are defining a variable like this. Or else something like this. No, you cannot do like this. it should be without spaces. This is very important. You should always make sure that there shouldn't be any spaces at all. Okay. Now you have defined x is equal to 4. Yes, that is fine. Good. Now, how to display? You know that you have to use echo $x. But sometimes some people say that, sir, I want to use a double quote actually. Yes, you can even use the double quote also like this. So it is always make sure the practice of whenever you want to display the value of the variable, please put in a double quotes. This is a highly recommendable. Why is it? I will tell you after some time. Okay. Even though it works in this way also, no doubt. But still what happened, right? You need to always use a double quotes, open double quotes, dollar and specify the variable and close the double quotes. Always it is very much important you to use double quotes actually. Okay. Now some people say that, sir, can I use a single quote like this? Let's see whether it will work or not. It will not work. Single quote doesn't work out. Always a double quotes or without quotes it will work. Single quote will not work. And there's no meaning for the single quote also. Okay. So this is very much important, guys, actually. Okay. Now what happened, right? Many times what you will do, like whenever you are having any variable, the variable should always have some value. Always. Okay. So suppose some variable which doesn't have any value, it's an empty variable, we say. Like for example, I have not defined anything like a y. Okay, I have not defined anything as a z actually. So for simply I'm saying echo $z. Nothing is displayed because we have not defined any variable z as such. So variable here, what happened? The variable z is an empty variable. It doesn't hold any value, right? So what do you mean by that? So now default value of a variable is empty or nothing, you can say like this. So in Linux shell scripting, there are two types of variables. We already discussed it, but I'm reiterating again one more time. So one is called the system variables. Okay, so system variables are nothing but these variables are created by the operating system itself. Okay, and what is the other next one, guys? User defined variable. What is user defined variable?
User variable.
Yes. Yeah. User defined variables. Like here I'm using here in this case I'm using here like x is equal to something, right? These are the user defined. I'm defining the variable, right? Now in the system variables, actually very important actually, in the system variable, uh, all these variables are defined in the capital letter. All these variables are defined in capital. You know variable that if I do if you do echo $off and you tap twice, you could see that all these are system defined variables. All these variables are in uppercase letter. Okay, so whenever you want to define variables, even you can use a set command to define variables. So we can see them or set them using the set command also. So come here, set or env, whatever, print env. So if I use the set command, so you could see that we can display all the value of these variables also here. Whatever you saw right here, right? These values also you are able to display using the set. Okay, so you could see that there are some variables are there like $home, okay, like $user. So those are all the examples actually. So if I want to even write it down, so examples are nothing but your $home. Sorry, man. Sorry. $home or $user something. These are all system defined variables. They already have some value actually. So user-defined variables, simple. What is it actually? Created and maintained by the user only. Maintained by user. So this type of variables are always in a lower case. Actually, we will always define the or lower letters. We'll always define the variables, whatever defined, guys, as a user defined variables and to the lower case only, most of the time. Or else we can even take a combination also. But we can even take a combination of uppercase and lowercase. That is also possible. I mean, we can have uppercase and lowercase combination also. And one more very important thing is actually that variable should always contain. So variables name should always contains only from character A to Z or capital A to capital Z from 0 to 9 or underscore character. This could be the variable. You cannot use some other special characters inside your variable like dollar, okay, at symbol. I cannot use these symbols in the variables. And one more very important, guys, variable length. No, if you take the variable name length, actually, it is always preferred to have a less character. Like variable length should be less or I can say equal to 20 characters, not more than that. Actually. This is also one of the important characteristics that whenever you are defining a variable, don't keep length of a variable more than 20 characters. It should be below or it should be 20 characters. Okay. Now, if you come here in your terminal, and if I just to say, I think there is something like who is there actually. If I do a echo dollar who, I'm not sure whether we don't have any. So there are some variables are there where there is no variable with this name at all. So if you do a echo dollar tap tap, can you see there's anything like a who is there? No. When I'm trying to just execute echo dollar who, it might not have this variable at all. Or else echo dollar who am I? See, really, we don't have this variable at all. It doesn't mean that you have all the variables. No, these are the only variables which are the system variables which are available. Okay. Now, for example, now I want to define one more variable. Suppose, for example, I'm defining a variable something like, let me start a variable with the name with the uppercase, like my, my, my. And as I said, like you can have a combination of uppercase and lowercase variable name. My name is equal to something like you have something like a Rajesh. And when you do a echo dollar, my name, it will print it. Correct. Now, suppose, for example, if I want to write my complete name, my name is Rajesh Singh. See, now it will not take. Why? Because that it'll take this as a variable, but this will treat as a command. It will not treat this as a complete variable. So it is throwing error something like Sing command not found. It is executing as a command actually. So guys, always whenever you are having a string, a lengthy string, or a combination of the characters, actually, it is always you should use a double quote. Like this. Always. So that's what. Let it be a single character or let it be a combination of number of characters or the words, right? Always better. You have to always use a double string. Sorry, quotes you have to use actually. Right now you say echo dollar my name. Now it will work. Okay. Never ever use any special character. Like for example, my name is there, but in between, like I'm using some dollar symbol. My name is something like Rajesh, something. So it will not work out. Because this dollar has some special meaning, right? You cannot have a variable with dollar or at. These are some special characters you cannot use in your variable names. You have to only use this combination of these characters only. Correct, guys? Okay, so to be very specific here, in the notes, like what we can do that variable names don't provide firstly don't provide the spaces on either side of equal symbol. Correct? I already discussed this equal symbol. And also don't use any special characters within your variable names. For example, my name is equal to Rajesh is correct. But my dollar of name, this is incorrect. Like that you have to understand. And also, very important, guys, one more very important is that actually you can have a variable with the uppercase and the lowercase. So variable names are case sensitive. Are case sensitive. It means that means X and capital X are different variable. Like for example, if you go here, okay, we already defined X is equal to 10. Okay, echo $X. Know that it will display the value of the variable X. Now you can have capital X also, and that is something like 100. Echo $capital X. So both are different variables. Don't treat as the same. Okay, because variables are case sensitive here. Means X, small x and capital X are different. Correct, guys? Okay. So, and also as I mentioned that you need not to declare any variable. There is nothing like a declaration in case of shell script actually. But when it comes to the Perl or when it comes to the Python and all, right, there we have type of variables are there. So variable types are something like a scalar variable, variable types are array variables like that. We have variable types are there. There we can define before you use the variables. In case of a Python, you have to define what type of variable is all about and then proceed with your scripting. So there it is mandatory. Even in Perl also it is mandatory that you need to define a variable. Without defining a variable, your Perl interpreter will throw an error actually. Okay. And also, as I said, right, you use always code. So when you're using any variables, when you're having which the data which is having a spaces here, like for example, here, as I said, right, in case of here, Rajesh Singh, right, here, there is a space in between this Rajesh and Singh. So giving space actually. So this is a combination of the words or the characters actually, which includes space. There you should always use a double quotes actually. Okay. So let me even write that also so that for your use quotes for the data if the data consists of spaces. Okay. Now there is some time are there like where like you can store the output of. We can even store the output of a command into a variable actually. Like for example, so we can store we can store the output of a command into a variable as follows. How? Like for example, some variable name is equal to dollar of open the bracket and specify the command. Like for example, I'll go to the server. Okay, I'll just say today date is equal to dollar of open the bracket. I'll mention the date. Echo dollar today date. See, like this. So whenever you want to store the output of any command, right, you have to always store in this way. Dollar, open the bracket, specify the command, and close the door. This is how you have to do it actually. Clear, guys? So this is also very important. We should know all these things. Okay. So there are multiple ways are there. Some people, what they do, right? Like they can even store like this way also. Today, the today date is something like this. Even like today, or else today's date, or else today, today, something date is equal to. Some people will lose like this also. See. See, you can even do. So either use the backcode or either use this dollar symbol. Dollar, open the bracket. So these are very important, guys, actually. Okay, so you will be using either this one in your shell script or using this one. Most of the time, 99% time, you will see people are using this symbol only for storing or for storing any command output to a variable. They'll be using this only, not this one. But yes, both are supported actually. Is it clear till here? Guys, is it clear for you? Any doubts you have? So what we can write, right? We can store the output of a command into variables as follows. How you can keep it? Like var1, something variable 1 is equal to dollar of command. var2, some variable, is equal to open the bracket and specify the command like this. This is the syntax actually. Okay, this is also very important. And many times what happened in your shell script, what you have seen that you will assign one variable value into some another variable value. We can assign one variable value or a data. Guys, though this looks very simple, but it is very important actually into another variable. Another, how using, suppose name is equal to something like shell scripting. Okay, name is equal to shell scripting. Okay, this is a variable name and which you have assigned a value. Now I want to assign the variable name into some other. How you are doing? You're just saying something new name is equal to dollar of name something. So so what happened, right? You are assigning the variable dollar name into another variable by using this dollar symbol on it. Dollar new name is equal to dollar of name actually. So this is how you will be assigning a value to the variable. Or else what happened, right? There is another way. Apart from this, you might have seen that there's another way where people will assign a value or the variable to another variable, like something, same thing, new name is equal to even like, for example, dollar of open the floor bracket, like that also you can define it. This is also correct. Both are same actually. Sometime you will see this way also, sometime you will see this way also in script. So you should understand that, okay, this is assigning a variable to another variable. Clear, guys? Till here, any doubts you have?
Rajesh sir, one doubt is there. How variable came to know this in character, integer, or floating in
That's what,
shell
sir.
script?
What happened now in the shell script, actually, there's nothing like that because whatever the value it stores, the variable stores, right? These are nothing but it is ASCII characters, you say. The ASCII character,
Okay.
it can be an integer, it can be string, it can be a word, it can be a single character, it can be some other variables like underscore, it could be anything. There is nothing
Okay.
like it if it only holds. That's what we don't have any type as such we say.
Okay.
So, but when you're declaring a variable as a declare I, then you have to make sure that explicitly I should always hold the integers. You cannot
Okay.
specify I is as a something. that you cannot store actually. This is incorrect actually. But again, I would tell guys, this declare is a very old method. We used to use some very long back, 10-15 years back, people used to use this declare. Now, I don't think so. People are using declare method, but still in some scripts, you will see somebody has used this declare method.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So what the values it stores are how it internally represented. Internally, it is represented as a series of ASCII character only. How internally the shell will keep the value of these variables means these values will be kept as an ASCII characters only within the shell. Okay, so to tell you about this, okay, go back to your shell and just say something x is equal to what is say anything like hello. Y is equal to $x equal $y.
Oh.
See, correct? So you're assigning some value. You're assigning a variable to another variable like this. This is a simple example if you want to tell you. Or else you can see that actually here y is equal to $x, and also you can even assign y is equal to dollar of open the floor bracket. This way is also correct only. Then you say echo $y. See, it will work. Okay. Now, like just to check whether like we will write a simple script down on simple shell script just to practice simple script to practice with variables actually. Okay, we'll just write a simple script actually. Okay, like for example, if I want to give an example, like let us try to what I can do. Let us try to print the Docker status and Docker version actually. It means that in your system, the Docker has to be installed actually. It should be there actually. So if I go here CentOS, if I want to check whether the Docker is there or not, so what I will do, I will just say Docker -FN version. So Docker is not installed, or else you can execute a Docker info command. Docker is not installed. Correct? So now what happened, right? Guys, I have to install the Docker command. Same thing even in Ubuntu also. If you go here and you try to do a Docker info, I don't think so. Here Docker is installed. But let us even check it out. Yes, it is not installed. See, Docker is not installed. Now let us try to install the Docker, at least in this CentOS machine. So what I'll do, I'll go to the Google and I'll just say that install get script for Docker install actually. Docker install. If I try to search for this get script actually, you could see that get.docker.sh. This is a website. Just click on this. Okay, what you have to do here, you have to come over down here. Can you use this? Can you see here, guys? There's a curl command is there. This command is there. Okay, this will try to download this install docker.sh. So I want to just copy this script actually, or I want to copy this line completely. I'll just copy this line, come over here, paste it here actually. Because since you're using a CentOS is a sudo user here, it is always better to use a sudo command. Or else for the Docker guys, whenever you install Docker, better to switch as a root user and do it. So you'll do a sudo -root. Okay, you have switched to the root user. Now you'll try to execute this curl command actually. I mean the whole line. This whole line, right? You'll copy paste this whole line and enter it. So now if you see it actually, you have copied the install docker.sh. If you open this script, this is a big script. See, it's a very big script. If I do a VI on this actually, after some time you can go to the script. So this is a big script actually where they've explained about how exactly you are installing the Docker, because the Docker while installing it has many dependencies. So you want to install it everything, even the dependencies, everything you have to install means you can download the script and run the script actually. That's all. So now what I will do, I'll try to run that script sh install -docker. Or else if you go to the Google, you will see that he's saying cat, and also he's saying that, okay, he's saying dry run. Don't worry about dry run. Dry run is an option what they have mentioned here. Dry run will show that what exactly the script is doing. Okay, so dry run is an option what they have been given it. So this is an argument which you're passing it, or you have to just say sudo sh installed -docker. So I'm a root user, so I need not to use sudo here. sh install -docker.sh. So when you run it, you could see that actually it is trying to call the yum install utils, yum-utils, it's calling, and then it is installing your Docker. Could you see that Docker C stable, Docker C stable, and it is trying to update it. It is doing many other things actually, and now it is installing. Can you see it? Yum install docker-q, Docker C, Docker C, CLI, Docker IO, Docker compose plugin. Many of the dependencies package, everything it is installing, guys. So that script is installing everything. So my intention here is to just check. I write a simple shell script where I'm going to check whether the Docker is installed or not, and even print the status of the Docker and the version of the Docker. That is what my intention is all about. My intention is not to show you about anything on Docker actually. So I'm installing a Docker here. So Docker is successfully installed. How do you verify it? You have to just say Docker -fn version. It will show that, okay, this is the this is the version. Or else, if you execute the Docker info command, now you could see that, oh, this will show error actually, but here you could see that actually it is giving you some error actually here. Is a Docker daemon is running or not? Pretty simple. Okay, let me check the systemctl status command with the Docker command. So it is inactive, it is dead actually. It means that this Docker system is Docker service is not up and running. I'll just say systemctl start and just say Docker. So this will start it. Now you execute the status. Now you could see that your Docker has come to running state, right? Now you try to execute this command. What is it? Docker info. Now it will work. See, earlier it was throwing an error here, right? If you see it, if you scroll up, when I did a Docker info, you could see that it was throwing error. Server cannot connect to the Docker daemon. Maybe the Docker daemon was down. The Docker service was not running. So what did I verify? I verified with the systemctl status Docker. It showed me that it's a dead actually. It means that it is not up. Now I restarted the Docker. How to do it? Systemctl start Docker. And then again, I check the status of the Docker. Now it has come to an active state. Now I try to execute the Docker info command. Now this command is successfully getting executed. I need to get this output. If I get the output like this, when I execute a Docker info, it means that Docker has successfully installed or Docker is up and running. Is it clear, guys? Still here? Any doubts you have? No? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. So this we know very well because we have learned about DevOps and all, right? So we know all these things actually, right? And one more thing, like if you execute the which command, which Docker, you will get this kind of an output actually. When you're doing a which Docker, you'll get output. Suppose if I go here in our Ubuntu and if I do a which Docker, see, it doesn't show anything. It means that there is no command with the Docker actually. So this will say that actually Docker is not installed in your Ubuntu server. If you install Docker in Ubuntu server, if you do a which, it will show the path. So this is also one of the way to verify whether the Docker is installed or not. Very important. We will always use this which command very much in our script actually. Which Docker, if you get this path, oh, it means that Docker is installed in your system. Or else you can even run the Docker -fn version. If you're getting the output of this command, okay, then also you can treat it as that Docker is installed, or else Docker info. Anything you can use it in your for the validation purpose actually. But most of the time, what happened, right? We use this which command very well in your system. Like for example, I want to see the curl is installed or not. I'll just say which curl command. So I'm just verifying whether the curl package is installed or not in the system. It will show me the path. If I do a which ps3, see, no ps3 is installed. So ps3 command is not there in the path. So which command is getting failed here, right? So in this way, we will verify whether the package is installed or not, or whether the command is there or not actually. Clear? So now, very important. Now, for example, when I do a systemctl status Docker. You could see that actually that you're getting this entire output like this, right? But you will say, sir, I want to only get this particular string, sir. I want to know whether the Docker is up or not. So by this seeing this string only, I'll be able to get, or I'll be get to know the information that whether the Docker is up or not. So this, when you're running a systemctl status Docker, here it is showing you that the Docker engine or the Docker daemon is running or not actually. Suppose if you stop it actually, you have seen already, if you do a systemctl stop Docker, you stop the service, and now again you try to do a system status Docker, you could see that it is showing as a dead. It means that actually it is not up and running. Again, if you want to run it, you have to just say systemctl start Docker. Now the Docker has come back now, so it is running now. Now you'll say, sir, I want to only get this string, sir. Is there any way? Yeah, I mean, you can use a pipe symbol, right? How to do the systemctl status Docker, pipe it to, like if you see the output, right, you will get something like, you could see that you're getting the state, it start this string is active. Can I grep it? Yeah, grep it, sir. So pipe it to grep of something active. Okay, I got this line. Yeah. But again, what happened, right? I don't want to get this complete line, sir. I want to only get this particular string, something running. I want to get this. Okay, fine. So is there any other way to do it? Yes, there are a lot of ways are there actually. Like for example, you can even run system status Docker. I can use a grep. I can even particularly I can even I can use a grep, or I can even use awk also, right? Awk of what is that pattern, sir? Active like this, and use a print actually. How is it, sir? Awk of active. Yeah, I have to start it here. Print only, no? Yeah. Let us see. Yeah. Even this way also is fine. You can even use a grep, or you can even use awk also. It will show the same thing. Both our output are same actually. Correct. So now what you are doing actually, sir, you are saying, sir, I want to print the, if you are using awk, awk will treat something like a first column. This is a first column, second one column, third column. So I want to print the third column actually. So I have to use this as a $3. See, I'm getting this. So this is what I need actually, right? But you could see that it is starting with the bracket, ending the bracket. I want to even remove this bracket also. So to remove the bracket, guys, there is one important command is known as a tr command. Tr known as a translator. I think I didn't explain about the tr command. Tr command is very important. Tr command is used for multiple things. Like for example, translator command. Whenever you want to translate any file from the lowercase to the uppercase, or the uppercase to the lowercase, then the translator command is used heavily. Like for example, if I have a file, something like a my file, okay, and there's something like a hi, or else I'm having all lowercase actually, like this, right? Now what I will do that I will have this file, my file, cat of my file. These are the content. Sorry, my file. This is the content. Now I want to translate, right? I want to translate into the uppercase. So tr from lower A to Z, translate it to the upper case, getting input from the file, my file. See, you are able to translate it. Now, this is one important thing actually. Okay, or else suppose you are, if your already your file is having an uppercase like this. You're already having this uppercase. I'll say this file. Now you are saying translate from the uppercase like this to the lowercase like this, and specify the file, my file. See, so if you see the content of the my file, cat of my file. This is one use case where translator command is used, guys. Actually, translate command is used to translate from the lowercase to the uppercase and from the uppercase back to the lowercase. Anything, you can use the translator command. Okay. So this is the tr command actually. Okay. I just missed out now. Just I recorded it. But one more use case of the translator is also that translator tr command is also used for deleting a pattern actually. Pattern is just like pattern or character actually. It acts like a cut command. Tr. So by using tr command, you can even delete a particular character or the pattern. It acts like a cut command actually. And also tr command is very much useful in converting the DOS file into the Unix file. What is it? I will tell you later on. Okay. Like for example, see, whenever you're writing any, whenever trying to type any text inside a DOS file or not, but inside a .txt file in Windows operating system, what Windows operating system will do, right? It will try to always append at the end of the file. It always append the, Z character like this actually. So whenever any file is ending with the Control Z characters, that says that this is a DOS file actually. But when you're copying this DOS file into the Unix file or into the Linux machine, and when you're processing this file now, sometime what happened, right? This Control Z will be displayed actually. And when you're doing any kind of a file processing, it'll lead to some kind of a trouble because even this character also it'll take it while doing a file processing. So what you do that you will say, sir, I want to remove that control character from that file. It means that I want to convert the DOS file into the Unix file. There are some commands are there, like DOS to Unix command is there actually. Through that, you can actually change the file type from DOS to Unix. I don't know how many people know about this. Or is there some commands is there? Unix to DOS command is there. This will change the file type. Change the file type from Unix to DOS actually. If you check it out here, guys, I'm just saying you. See, if we check it out here, DOS to Unix. Let's see if there is any command. See, there's no command for DOS to Unix. Can I install it? Yum install DOS to Unix. Guys, I know that I'm tangentially going somewhere else, but don't worry. We will. So I'm trying to see. Can you see that I have installed this DOS to Unix now? Right now, I can even install Unix to DOS command. See, Unix to DOS package, I'm installing it. Unix to DOS, why it is not there? Or DOS to, Unix to DOS also, I think it will come. Yeah. You have to only install that package, you'll get both this command actually. Okay, so DOS to the Unix. So now, for example, if I have a file by name my file, if I check the my file, because this file, guys, you have created in your Linux machine, actually, it is a ASCII text file. It's saying. Now, suppose that I'm converting this file Unix, I'm converting it to the DOS file. See, I've converted this my file into the DOS file. Now you check the file type. Can you see? It is a control line terminator. It's a ASCII text file. It's a control line terminator. Now your my file will be nothing but this file is now. It's not a Unix file. It's a DOS file. This is a very important scenario, guys, which I'm saying that a lot of people, when they try to copy some file from Windows to Linux, when they're doing processing, that file will be a DOS file only. So while processing it, actually, what happened? It will throw error actually. So many people have faced this issue, and they'll say that, hey, Rajesh, how do you do that? I said that, hey, use this command, man, DOS to Unix or Unix to DOS to convert that file type and then do further processing. But these commands are not there, and they don't have a privilege to install this package because they don't have a root access to install this package and everything. Now, in that case, what happened, right? Translator command is also used. Translator command is very much useful in converting the DOS to the Unix file. How to do that? We'll see. Now it is, now you could see that I have converted this my file from the Unix to the DOS. Again, I want to convert back, means DOS to Unix actually. DOS to Unix, specify the file name. Now you have converted it. Now if you do a file type, now you could see that now again it came back to the. Now if you go here, go to the Google, try to check tr command to convert DOS to Unix. Okay, DOS to Unix. So if you click on this, you will get a command where you'll get a tr command. So there he has explained about what is this command. If this command doesn't work out, see, you have a set command is also there, but you have a tr. This is what the guys, this is the command which I needed. This is the command, tr command, which is used for changing the file from DOS to Unix. Original file name and then converted file name like this. So it will try to remove this control R, nothing but the control Z from the DOS file, so that it will convert to the Unix file. Is it clear? This I'll be showcasing in one of the example in our script actually. But try to understand that there are many use cases are there for the single command. It uses for deleting a pattern or the character. It also acts like converting from the lowercase to the uppercase or the uppercase to lowercase. And also it is used to convert the file types also from the DOS to Unix or from Unix to DOS, whatever. You can even do that using tr command. So guys, is it clear? This one? I hope everyone understood.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Very important actually, very, very important. tr command. So now coming back here. Okay, now when you do a systemctl status docker pipe it to what is it, awk of active print of $3. See, I'm printing. Now I want to remove this. Now what I will do, I'll say pipe it to tr of -d. Okay, you are seeing the delimiter. You are saying that it is nothing but this is the symbol, right? Pipe it to. So wherever you see, delete this one. Pipe it to wherever you see, delete this one also. Can you check now? See how beautifully you got this. This is what I need now. Okay, man. Or else you could even use this also like this. Instead of using this, Rajesh, why you have to use this twice actually? Can I use it in single? Yeah, no problem. Like this, use it. See? So you have to use this. So let me copy paste this whole line so that you are aware of this. Copy paste in your notepad. Okay. So now you got this output, guys. Actually, you got this output. So this is what I needed actually. Okay. Now what is the next? When I do a docker -v version, I need to get this version also. I need to get this version number. How to get it? Docker -v pipe it to awk. Very simple. Now you know very well that, oh, I need to use this version. Okay. Print of $013. See, I got this. So now you are saying, sir, there's a comma there. I want to remove that. Now you know that trick. Now I use a tr command. I can even use a cut command also. D. See, is it clear, guys? Yeah, this one. Copy paste here. Guys, I'm copy pasting everything is Notepad. Is it fine for you all?
Yes, sir. It's fine. Actually, it will help at the time of practice.
Sure. Okay. Now, shall I use the entire output in our script now? Yes. So what I will do that, I think I've already written a script. I was writing everything script under this entire scripts only. Let me write there only. Here only let me write the script actually, so that people are aware of it actually. So I will use something like VI.
Rajesh, sir, one doubt is here. When they are writing a long scripts, same practice they follow. One they can they can manipulate one every this command and then put it into script.
Yes, sir. They'll use this. They'll use the whole command line, and they will assign it to some variable actually.
Okay.
That's all. Now you'll see the example. See, variable 2.sh. See, hash bang /bin/bash. Okay, sorry. I think I have. Okay. Anyway, I mean, sorry. I have the command. Oh God. Sorry. Sir, can I use the same command? Yeah, place statement. What is there in that? Take this entire command. That's all simple. Take this entire command. Simple. That's all. Then give the permission, exit permission to the variable 2.sh /variable 2.sh. See, you are getting this. I mean, this is a simple way you are getting it. So now what happened, right? You have to open this variable 2.sh. Now what you're going to do, you need to do systematically do something like this. Actually, what is it you are going to do, guys? You're going to do the Docker status. Or else Docker status is equal to dollar of, open the bracket, variable that you have to use like this. Correct? Docker status. Now what you'll do here, this one, Docker version is equal to, open the bracket, dollar, open the bracket and close with the bracket. Echo the Docker status is dollar of Docker status. Echo the Docker version is dollar of Docker VRSION. I'll correct it. Here, see. Now run this script. So Docker status is running, Docker version is. So now you stop it. Systemctl stop Docker. You stopped it. Now you try to run this script. See the Docker. I mean, you'll get a Docker version because you have not uninstalled the Docker. You have Docker is there, but it shows the status as a dead actually because, right? Because now the Docker is not at all running. So again, you do a systemctl start Docker. So this script is just to check the status about whether the Docker is running or not, right? That's all. Variable 2.sh.
Sir, we can manipulate this script. If Docker is not there, it is installed and the display the
Yeah, we'll do that also. Yes. Yeah, we'll write the whole
yes,
script. Yeah.
yes.
Here what happened, I'm just telling you a very simple way of how I'm
Yeah,
using variables here.
yeah, got it.
Later, everything I will show you all the things. Whatever you're asking, we'll install it. We'll check it out whether it's there or not. If that package is not, then install it. While installing a package, if there is any failure, even for that also we'll check it. After package installation, you need to check whether the package installation has gone successfully or not. If you can use any, a number of error conditions to make sure that you make your script more robust. Actually,
Yes.
yeah. So like that actually. Like you can yeah, like this. This is the variable section. Even use variable 3.sh. Okay. I'm writing something. Name is equal to something. Ramesh. Echo something. Hi. Then say dollar. You have to use this back like this. Name. Okay. So this way also we can use variable 3 this way, this bracket, right? This is also way, or else you can use like circular bracket, or else the flower bracket. Anything is fine. This is a third example. One more example. Okay. Now,
Ravi, sorry for interruption. Can you please open variable3.ch program? This time I wanted to see.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Is it fine?
No, I'm not able to see the program. I can see CentOS machine screen.
No, are you not able to? Are you not seeing this script? Are you not seeing this output cat of variable 3.sh?
No, this screen is lacking.
What about others, guys?
No, I can see.
Visible.
Yeah. I think in your case there is some internet problem would be there, sir.
Yeah, I will relearn.
Yeah, please, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Rajesh,
now, yeah.
One request, like, so can we get all these scripts after the session so that we can?
Yeah, sir. I will give the script. That's what I'm maintaining everything in the document only, in this notes only. If you want in a file, I will keep it in a file and give the file also. If you want all these things in a file, so whatever I'm writing a script, no, if you want all the script in a file, I'll also give that also. I'll upload this also. Plus, I'll also upload this document also, so that you can copy paste from this document only, no?
Yeah, understood.
Copy paste and execute it. That's all. And run it. Okay. Clear, sir? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, very important, which I discussed earlier, right? Why we are using this hashbang, /usr, bin, env. Like this is very important actually. In some scripts in your company, you'll see in the first line about this. So why they are doing this actually to make your shell script portable, portable with any Unix or Linux system. So that's the reason we are using these guys actually. Okay, so you know that shebang line means actually it will tell you that which shell we are using to execute our shell script. This will tell that which shell we are using to execute the script. So usually what happened, you'll use a /usr bin bash or else /bin/bash. But as I said earlier, in some cases what happened, right, you will not get this path at all. It means that you are in Ubuntu. Sometime what happened, right, it will not be there under /bin/bash. It is there here, but sometime it will not be there. Or sometime it will be there in this path actually, like this. So we cannot predict the bash could be in any path actually. Here in both the systems, CentOS and Ubuntu, we are having both the locations we are having. So it means that you can have the interpreter in any player in multiple locations are there. But in some systems, if you're working in a very, very traditional Unix machines, you are working BSD, Berkeley software distribution you're using, right? There you might not have this /bin/bash. There you'll have only this one only. Then in your script, if you're using this one, your script might fail there. It means that here your script was running in your Linux machine. You take that same script and try to run in Berkeley software distribution Unix core Unix machine. It might fail actually because this path interpreter has changed. It is not there in this path. It is there in this path actually. So you can't keep on going and changing the first line every time. So what they're doing, right? So what they're doing it, they are using this much. This is very much important actually. This is what they use it actually. So if you do, I'll come back to the CentOS here. Let me log out from this root. Let me come back to my CentOS. Now if I do a which env, so it is there env. Okay, this is there. Here also we have which env. If you do it, you will have this. Yes. Now what happened, right, guys? Okay. If you want to really check what is an operating system which in your system is working, how to check it, you have to say cat of etc os-release. This is the file you have to open it actually. So this will show that actually this is your CentOS actually. Okay. And what are all the shells where it is supporting, right? Where you are CentOS supporting etc shells. Through this way also you'll understand, okay, your bash is there under /user bin bash. Your bash is also there here in bin bash. Yeah, this is what you'll understand. Through this also you'll be able to understand, okay, your bash interpreter is there in that particular path. Same thing can go here, and if in Ubuntu you do a cat of etc lsb-release, here it will show that, oh, your distribution is Ubuntu and this is what the release version, and cat of etc shells. See, here also it will show that your bash is there under bin. Your bash is also there under USR bin. So it is highly robust, more portable here because bash is there in everywhere actually. Right. So it works actually. It works. It doesn't really fail actually. It doesn't really fail actually. So I'm just doing like, wait a second. Like for example, okay, here you have this under USR bin batch is there. Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me move the USR bin bash. I shouldn't do it, but I'm just doing, you don't do this actually, guys. Bash 1. You are moving it actually. Okay, before moving always, you try to take a backup of this. Sudo of cp usr bin bash as, I'm just trying to show you how it works in, as a portable actually. Bash.org original. Now you take a copy of it. Now I'll do a sudo move of /usr bin bash as /usr bin bash 1 something. You have moved it as a bash to bash 1. Now I'll do one thing. I'll write a vi portability.sh something. Okay, I know that my interpreter is there /usr bin bash. Okay, I know that this is what I'm using. But here what happened in my system, I renamed the bash as bash 1. Okay. Now I'll say that echo something. This is to check the portability. Portability. That's all. Save this file and try to give the permission, exit permission for this script. Now you try to execute script, see it will fail. Bad interpreter. It means that when you took this script and when you try to execute it, in this particular path, /user bin bash, it was not there and your script was not executing at all. It got failed, right? So what I did here in the portability, portability, I used this path. This is correct only, but in my system, this bash was not there at all under this path. So hence what happened when I executed, it got failed. So shall I, Rajesh, shall I take a same script, actually portability, same script, I will try to copy it. Same thing, I will try to take in Ubuntu, whether it will work, it will definitely work because that path is there. vi portability.sh. Paste it here. See, save it. chmod plus x portability. Now you execute /portability. It will work. So if you want to make it your script like more portable, so that in any environment it should work, wherever, in whichever Unix or Linux flavor of Unix operating system is there, everywhere you have to work that. So you should always use the /usr bin env. So let us come back here. Let me move that, guys. So I just purposely I changed to that bash to bash 1 to, so that I just want to show that how it will feel like that. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll open the portability.sh. Come here. Now you'll say that Rajesh, it was not working. Now how to make it work, even though it is there or not. So what you have to do that, you have to just say env here. Sorry. env space, you have to say bash actually. Okay, now save this file. You have already given the permission chmod plus x, you know to give. Now you try to execute this one. It will work fine. So what it signifies that actually that this one here you are mentioning the env. Okay. So env is one of the environment variable actually. So it will try to check that actually which shell you are executing. You are executing actually through the bash shell you are executing. You have to pass bash here actually. Suppose you are executing the Python actually. The same thing. What you have to do here? I'm just saying you. For example, you're executing the Python actually. So what you will be doing here? Same thing. /user bin env. Okay, and then like you have to mention the Python. Python. So it means that here you are calling, which interpreter you are calling? You are calling a Python. Or else if you are calling the Perl, you have to call Perl. Here we're using bash, that's what you're using bash. If you're using conch shell, you have to use K shell like this. Guys, I hope that you understood whatever I'm trying to tell here.
Yes.
Yeah. So through this way, you are not at all, you don't want to really you need not to worry about the particular path of the interpreter. No, you need not to worry. This env will take care of it actually in your system. Oh, he's calling Python. Oh, let me call the Python interpreter. So whichever path, I'm not worried. It is then the bin /bin, or it is then /user bin or /user use include bin, wherever it is there. I'm not worried about that. That will be taken care by the env, and then it is going to call that appropriate interpreter. So by using this, you will making your script highly portable. You can take your script anywhere and you can execute it. It works. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay. So we can make our bash shell scripts as portable using #bang /usr bin env bash. That's all. Okay, guys. So now what we are going to cover now, we will be covering very basic operation on the strings actually. This I missed it because why I'm telling so many things, because that all these things will be using in our script guys. That's what I'm trying to explain you. Because once we start the scripting, right, you shouldn't ask any doubt, what is this, sir, what is this, sir, so that we have covered everything. And explaining everything then and there in the script, it will be too much burden, because you are trying to learn script, plus also additionally I'm trying to explain you some more extra things, so that becomes really burden to understand, or to burden to understand when in the flow when I'm teaching it. So it is better always you try to learn all miscellaneous things at the very beginning, so that you are comfortable with understanding with something, and then you proceed writing script, so that you will use all the syntaxes, concepts, everything what you learned. So that is how you have to learn script. First, you learn all the basics parts and then start writing script actually. So what we are going to do now, basic operations on things. This is very important. Guys, it will take hardly around 15-20 minutes, right? Then we will continue. So guys, today, can I extend a little bit more our session up to 10:30?
Yes, sir. Yeah, ready.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Today evening, I will let you know if I'm taking or not, because evening I have some work. I have to take my wife again to show the she has to undergo one more test actually. I will see. I will let you know. If not today, guys, tomorrow can we again join at 8 o'clock morning? Tomorrow Friday,
Yes.
8 to 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If we are, I will try to take as much as possible. I will try to take today only. If not, in case, then tomorrow morning we will take Friday, and again normal Saturday Sunday we have the classes again. Right?
Okay.
Okay. So defining a string variable actually. I mean, this is not a new. We have already seen many times about this now. What is it? Something like you will just say x is equal to something like shell actually, or else without quotes we'll use. Okay. y is equal to something like y is equal to shell scripting, because whenever using multiple words and there's a space in between, you have to use always double quote. We have seen this earlier. Okay, and also you have seen the command output. Command output is equal to something like dollar of date command, something. This we have seen is actually right. So this is a very simple way of defining a variable as a string, actually, as a defining a string variables actually. Okay, I need not to really execute this because you know very well that suppose in case of sometime you might have missed it, like so for example you will say y is equal to you have missed it, actually you have missed the double quote here. Definitely it will fail it actually. This will not work, right? So you have to make sure that always you have to start with the double quote and end with the double quote. This is very much clear, right? And also date command, date output is there. You can say now is equal to dollar of date, like this, right? And then say echo dollar now. So you'll get the date output, right? This and all we have seen it already. Okay. Now, for example, here, if you're using y is equal to shell script actually, okay, and whenever I want to display the value, so we'll say echo dollar of y. So I'll define it, I'll display it, or else you can even use this way also. But what you say is, sir, I want to print the number of strings, or I want to check the length of the string. How many characters are there, including spaces? Then you have to use a hash here. If you use hash, it will show you like how many number of, what is the length of your string actually. Clear? So let me copy paste this and paste it over here. Okay, so coming back here. Okay, so displaying the string variables or string variable values, you can say. So what I'm using, I'm just using the above only, like echo dollar $y, or else echo of dollar of, open the bracket, and y. Just anyway I can use it actually. And finding the length of the string, length, length of the string. What I'm doing, guys, I'll just use some variable x length actually, something, or y length, some variable name. Then I'm using a dollar of, for the bracket, hash and variable name, something like this. You have to use it. What do you mean by concatenating actually? Concatenating of strings means joining two strings actually. Joining two strings actually is nothing but the concatenating like strings. Like for example, if you are having something x is equal to shell, y is equal to scripting, how to concatenate it, right? For example, you have xy result, some variable is equal to $x, $y, something. You're concatenating like this actually. So can you check this, how to do this? Very important. We'll be using this also in script actually, right? For example, if you want to, if you do an ls-ltr of your etc OS release, actually, you will get this one. You are getting this output, right? So it is number, it is pointed to this. So this is what the file actually, this is the path actually. So now what I will do, I'll just say something like a root path is equal to /etc, something. Okay. This OS release is a file actually. So file path is equal to, I will even use include the slash OS release. Right. Now I will just say that complete file path, C path, complete file path is equal to dollar of root path, and then say dollar of file path. See how I'm getting echo dollar of C file path. Complete C means complete file path. See, I'm getting like this. So just concatenating like this. Correct? Or else you can even use this also, like C path file is equal to dollar of like this root path what is it file path echo dollar of C path file. See, you can use this way. Either use this way or either use this way. Both are same. Is it clear, guys? This is simple, right? This most of you know it. Suppose somebody have already learned any programming language, they would have seen all this concatenation of strings, like doing some operation to the strings, everything, right? You have seen all these things. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, converting a string from the uppercase to the lowercase or lower to the uppercase, we have used a tr command. Yeah, tr command is there, but is there any way where using some special type of symbols or the variables we have used? Yes, you can use that actually. Converting, very important because this also we use a lot in a script. Converting strings into lower or upper cases. How to do that? Suppose I'm using I have a lower case actually. Suppose like I have a variable x is equal to high or x is equal to shell something. I want to change it to uppercase. What you will do that something uppercase. You see uppercase is equal. That's a variable name. Uppercase is equal to dollar of uppercase or dollar of where is the dollar? Dollar of open the bracket. Use the x variable and use a double cap like this. This will change the value of x from lower to upper. Similarly, you have a lowercase LC. Suppose you have some y is equal to scripting. This one you have to change it to lowercase actually. So LC is equal to dollar of where is it, man? Scripting. LC is equal to dollar of where is the dollar, man? Yeah, dollar of y and just say 2 comma. That's all. Don't do anything. This will change the value of y from upper to the lowercase. That's all. Simple, right? There's nothing like big deal here. Same thing. Come over here and then say x is equal to shell, right? And uppercase UC is equal to dollar of what is it? X double cap. And then process like this. Then echo dollar UC. See, it will change like this. Similarly, y is equal to scripting. Right? Lowercase is equal to dollar of open the bracket. Just say y. Come on. Y, comma. That's all. Echo dollar lowercase. See? Is it clear, guys? Do you have any doubts here? No, right? Yeah. Copy paste this whole thing. Are you finding interesting?
Yes.
Yeah.
All these are used, guys. Everything, bits and pieces. That's at the very beginning I told. All bits and pieces are used heavily. All these things are used in our script heavily. Okay, and also, I mean, as I said, right, you can even use the translator also. Like for example, here you have already have a x is equal to shell, right? You'll just say, sir, echo dollar of x like this. Type it to tr A to small z, then capital A to capital Z. So can I use this translator? Yeah, we can use this translator also.
Yes, first A hyphen Z is your mention is
Yeah,
capital.
correct.
It's supposed to say.
Yeah, I was just thinking, what is it? Yeah, like this also. And of course, I mean, you can even keep the whole thing into the variable, something like a new variable is equal to, variable that. Now you have become expert now in all these things. See? Right? And then like echo $new. So always guys, make sure that, so why I'm again stressing same thing, because in a script, we'll be using like this only. Some output of some command, I'll be storing into some variable. Again, I'll be displaying, or further I'll be processing this variable, the new variable like this. Always, whenever I write script, I will make use of always this concept variable. So output of some command, storing some variable. Again, further process that variable to further other things, so that whatever the output I need, right, as a user, right, I want to get that, so I'll be using this variables heavily. Right. Okay, what else I have? Is there anything that anything is there? Yeah. One more thing. Yeah, replacing actually. Yeah, replacing the. This is the last part actually. Replacing a part of the string using variables. What is the syntax actually? For example, I will just write a syntax like, for example, I'll just say new is equal to dollar of y. Y is the variable. There is something like a shell will be there. I'm replacing the bash shell, something like this. So this will, or we can even use even the set command for the same, right? So what do you mean by this? Like, for example, go back here, and when I do a okay, and then when I do a echo of dollar $y, where that will print it. Now if I do a echo of y, okay, replace the shell with the bash shell. Sorry. See, now you are replacing this bash with the bash shell. So y. So this is how in your string you'll do like this. You will use a y slash shell. What is the string you're using? Replace with the bash shell. Same thing you will be using in our set command also. Set also is used, right, to replace, right, the string, right. So now when I do a echo of dollar of y, pipe it to set of s shell to bash shell. See, you got the output. Correct, guys? So one very important, use even this also here. Okay. Sometime what happened, right? There you are replacing the string, actually replacing the string actually. Sometime what happened, you have to slice it actually. It means that you need to only get the part of the string. You don't want to get the completing, like what we call is a slicing actually. Slicing the string or substring we say. Like for example, I'll just say like something like a dollar of something variable name. The syntax I'm saying variable name colon start of the position POSITA1 colon give the length. What is the length you need it? This is the syntax actually. LIG LGHT. Yeah. This is what the syntax actually for slicing. Syntax for the slicing. So like, for example, if I go here and if I do I already have the bash shell scripting, right? The shell scripting, the variable y, I already have this one. So suppose if I do a echo of open the bracket, double quote, open the dollar of, open the bracket, then I will use a y variable. From where, which position? From the second position, what is the length I need? I need up to 3 strings. See, now what happened, right? When you are having this y variable, which is assigned to the variable known as shell scripting, always the index starts with a 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is space, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it is like an array actually. So what you're doing, you're trying to print from the index value 2. So 0, 1, 2, E. Till what character? 3 characters. 1, 2, 3. So ELL will be printed like this. You'll say that, Rajesh, if I want to print this one only, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From 0, I have to print up to 5 characters actually. Correct? So like this. So this is what the syntax for slicing is. Correct? Slicing means part of the string only you are displaying. That's all, not completely. Clear, guys? Apart from this, actually, I just recalled that there are many commands are there, guys, which are related to the path information, right? So this is also very important. Now I recalled, actually, I just got a flash actually. Like we have a string operations on even like a path also. Like for example, you have some commands actually, like for example, the command something like commands. We have commands like something like we have a command by name real path, comma. You have seen that we'll be using heavily the base name in our script and even the directory name also. These are some of the very important commands which we use in our day-to-day activity in our script actually. So what, let us learn what is this all about. So real path is something like actually it converts, I can say that it converts each file name argument to an absolute path actually. ABSOLUTE, right? Absolute path name. So, but it doesn't validate the path. But it doesn't really validate the path. Like, for example, if I want to go to back here, for example, if I do a PWD, you could see that actually that under the /home CentOS scripts, right? Under the scripts, you could see that there are many files are there. Like for example, you have a file by name leapyear.sh is there. Right? Leapyear.sh. So this is the complete path of my file. So where is the leapyear.sh there? You will say /home /CentOS. Under the scripts, there is a file by name leapyear.sh. Correct? If I try to do a command, real path is equal to leapyear.sh. Please observe very carefully. Now, if I execute PWD and I'll say ls and I'll just say real path of leapyear.sh. See, it will show me the complete path information about that file. So sometime what happened when you're writing a script, you have to understand where this script exists or what is a absolute path of this file. So you need to get this complete line like this. Hence we use this real path command in our script actually. But what he says that it doesn't really validate the script actually. Like for example, here, if I do an ls, can you see there's something like is there any file by name demo.sh? No, there's no demo.sh. So suppose if I do a real path of demo.sh, right? See, it will show you that demo.sh is in this path. But do you have this file? No, we don't have this file. But still what happened, it will show the path actually. So that's what guy I mentioned that it doesn't really validate the path. it will never check whether that file exists or not. It will only show you the absolute path about that file actually. Is it clear? Guys, is it clear, this information?
Yes, yes, yes.
Very good. So this is nothing but your real path.
But
Very
sir, this file is not present there. Then how
still,
it come?
that's what I
should...
say, that is what the real path command works. In that way only it works. It really doesn't validate the file, whether the file exists or not in that particular path. It only shows you the path, complete path information. That's
But
what
that variable this pick this center path from where only then if file is not present there.
that's what I said. Like in first case, I showed you about the leap year. This file exists in that particular path. So hence what happened, real path
Okay.
command is giving the complete path of where it exists. But in the next case, what I did, right? I did some other file name I took, which is not at all existing, but still it is it is showing the
Okay.
path actually. So it doesn't
Yes.
validate the path actually. That's what I said already. That's
Okay.
how the real path command works, man. We will be
Yeah.
using. Why this is there again? There could be some use case where we need even this stuff also. That's the reason it is not really very much showing importance of validating that file for the path. Otherwise, definitely this real path demo.sh should have failed, right? Saying that this file doesn't exist in the path, but still it is showing the path, thinking that this file exists actually.
Rajesh,
Yes, sir.
yeah, Rajesh, actually, if instead of sh, if you put any plain text file, whatever file, whether it will be going to redirect to the same directory means path.
Yeah, definitely, sir. What is it? Real path Alice. It will show you, sir. It doesn't make any extension only here actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. For example, real path, anything. I mean, xyz.is txt file. Doesn't really matter. Whatever the extension.
Why this
But the output will
showing
be
this
the
particular?
wrong.
Yes.
Sorry.
Go ahead,
But
sir.
the output of this command is wrong. Right? So there is no file, no such type
That's
of
what, sir,
file
I'm saying. It is
exists.
not validating the existing of the file. It is only showing the path. That's all. We need this. We need this command, real path, many times in our script.
Okay.
See, if I do an LSF and LTR, XYZ, do you really have that file? We don't have that file now.
No.
We don't have that file. But real path is not really checking the existence of the file. It is only showing the output of where that exists actually. Okay. Okay. Now we need to be present in that directory, then only it will be useful. Yes, sir. Correct, Ram. You're right. What you said is right. You have to be in the directory only. Yes. Now, what is the next one? Next is what the base name. Okay. Okay. So base name. Let us see with examples. So base name. What it does basically, guys, it strips the directory information. It strips the directory information. Like for example, if I go back here, the same place where you have a leap year.sh, actually, let me do a base name of I think okay, if you give a base name of leap year.sh, it will give you that file only. That's why it will not give you the particular, it will not give the particular path actually. It will say that actually, okay, that file is there or not, or it give the base name. Or else, suppose if you are giving the complete path actually, like for example, base name is same /home CentOS scripts under that dpr.sh. If you give it, yeah, if you have to path the complete, if you say based on complete path, it will say that this file exists in that path actually. It will give you the base name, base path actually. One more use case I've forgotten. Just what it does actually. It strips the directory information. That's fine, but one more is there, guys. I'm not really recalling that. One more use case is there for this base path actually, base name. what is it actually? Yeah, something, related to that extension actually. Yeah, correct. So what it does basically, it strips the suffix also actually from the suffixes from the file names. What do you mean by that actually? Like for example, if I go back here in that particular path, and if I give a base name of /home CentOS scripts leap.sh space, if I give a sh actually, yeah, it will just strip off that the extension actually, and it will give you like this in this way actually. Okay, so it requires, many times it requires, because you don't want to strip off you don't want the extension of the file actually, right? You don't want an extension of the file. So using the base. So here what happened, right? I have to give that .sh actually. Then it will strip off. Then I will give that name. So where it is used, for example, if you are trying to have something, like for example, if I have some tarball is there, or something is there. Like for example, if I try to create something like tar-cvf create something, I'm just taking tomcat.tar.gz. Okay, and what are the files you are giving? If else, if.sh, if else.sh, variable 1.sh, variable 2.sh, something. I'm creating a zip file, tar file actually. So this is a tarball I created. So now what I will do now, I will just say my path is equal to, I will give the complete path of this actually. So what is it? PWD, my path is equal to this complete path slash, and give this path tarbo. Now you know that echo dollar, if you do a my path, it will give me the complete path of this. Right now you will say that Rajesh, I want only this one actually, Tomcat, because I want to further process. Yeah, you know very well now that I need to use a base name dollar of my path space .tar.gz. See, you got this completely. So this is what it means, that basically it uses the stripping the suffix from the file names. So that is also one of the reason why we use base name. This is also, as I said, like we use heavily in our script actually. Clear? So let me write it down this also as an example. That's, I think, in earlier also. Yeah. Here. Okay, guys. So that's all about the base name. What about other name? Whether we have something like the DR name actually, directory name. So that is very important. It will delete any suffix beginning with the last, I can say last slash actually, slash character, and return the result actually. That's how it is. For example, if you go back here, same thing. I have a leap year.sh is there, right? If I do a DR name of /home /CentOS /scripts and do a leap year.sh, can you see? It is, when you're giving it, what it is doing, no, what are the last slashes there, right? It is ignoring it and it is giving you the absolute path for this. It means that I want only the path information about what are the file which I'm giving, right? That previous path information only I need it actually. So that's what you're using DR name. Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah. Suppose you are saying, sir, I will say DR name /home CentOS scripts I'll give only this one. So what is the output you'll get? /home CentOS. See, Now you'll say, no, sir, I want only this one. So if you do dir of CentOS, so wherever the last slash is there now, from there it will display. So here it will display the home. So I'll only give this one, only slash. Dir slash, only slash, nothing is beyond that. It will print the same slash. So what it will do that, it will strip off the last slash, and it will display the remaining the complete string or the path. It will display it actually. So this also is very much used in our script. Clear, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Okay. One more very important, guys, like whenever I'm writing any script actually, like for example, I just recalled something. I will write a demo.sh. Okay, I'll just use a hash bang /bin/usr. Sorry, /bin/bash. I will use say echo enter your name. Okay, and you will always say enter your name. And whenever you want to ask input from the user and you want to store that value into some variable, you have to use the read command. Read and the variable name, my name, and echo dollar of my name, my underscore name. This is what you do it normally. So when you do save this file, do a chmod +x of demo.sh, and when I execute the script, it'll ask for the input from the user. I'll give the Rajesh. It'll print the same thing. So now what happened here, using echo command to print the string, enter your name. If you go back here, demo.sh, you could see that echo you are using enter your name. This is a string. But why I need to use this echo command? Can I display the string as well as ask input from the user? Both the things, if I want to do it, yes, you can do with the help of a read command only. Read with the -p option. How to do that? Let me do one thing. Let me comment out this line. And then I will just say read -p enter your name. And then specify the variable name. So to avoid it, let me remove this line so that it'll avoid the confusion. See, you're doing both the jobs. You're printing the string as well as you're asking input from the user. So then see this file. Now just say /demo. See, it is asking input from the user. Both the jobs, if you want to do it, you have to use a -p option along with the read command. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And one more thing, what happened, you'll be having a multiple lines in a script actually. Okay, multiple lines in a script. Suppose you want to comment some particular lines. Like for example, here, you have a file, you have something like install git.sh. So this is a big file actually. You will say that, Rajesh, I want to comment some lines actually. What you will do for commenting a line, always you have to use hash like this. Hash means you are actually commenting that line like this. So each and every line you have to comment it like this. But you don't want to do like this actually, guys. You don't want to really do like this. What is the best way to you have to comment means you have to use something like this. $sign. Okay. My comment or comment. So from here till up to which line you want to comment. Oh, I want to comment here. So use the same string, whatever you're using here. Same thing, whatever you're using, same thing you're using. Now, how shell will treat? Shell will treat everything, this entire line, it will try to take it as a comments only. It will not process. Shell will not process this line. Shell will start processing, executing from this line. Like for example, here I can say that / comment, and here I'll say comment, and here also I'll do it. See here, comment 1, comment 2, sorry, and then end with that comment 2. See, now you'll see that only this lines will get executed. Just see now. So /install git.sh. First, I have to give the file permission chmod +x install git.sh, then say /install git. See, only these lines are getting executed. Other lines are not being processed at all. So this is the one way you have to do the comments. Clear, guys? You have to use this double less than, sorry, and then specify some name, and then use the same thing at the end from where you want, till where line, from till up to which line you need not to process it. Like this. Clear? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. I think most of them I covered it actually.
Sir, I saw in many script there is EOF is there, end of file. So why didn't mention EOF?
That is just a name, man. EOF. You can use your name, anything. End of file, mein just you. That's just a that's a naming they use it actually. It doesn't. There's no meaning for that actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So okay, let us do some more things. Then we will try to wind it up actually. Arithmetic operator. Yeah, this is best way so that I will complete everything at a shot. Arithmetic operators. Always in your shell script, always the variables are always default treated as a string only or ASCII character, not as a number actually. Okay, so that's the reason what happened, right? It really adds some kind of a complexity for doing any kind of a mathematical operation in our shell script actually. Okay, so let me write down shell script variables are by default treated as a strings. Not with numbers, not numbers. Hence what happened, right? Hence this adds some complexity to do math operations in scripts. So hence what happened, right? There are three types of methods are there to do a arithmetic operation. One is the declare method. So there are different ways to perform arithmetic operation. So what are those operations? One is a declare method, second is nothing but the expr method, and the third is nothing but the let method. These are the three important methods we use it actually. But for example, for integers, these are the old. So now what happened, right? We have started using the double bracket actually. Double bracket, open with the double bracket, close the double bracket. This is for integers. And for basically for doing any kind of a floating point operation, doing any kind of a mathematical operation for the floating point value, we are using a BC actually. BC is for base calculator. We use it actually BC, and this is also for integers. We can use it, and also for float numbers also. We use a lot BC also in our script actually. I don't know whether you would have come across or not, but we use actually. Like we'll go with it quickly by explaining it actually. So something x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20, something using. So double bracket sum is equal to $x or say x plus y. Close the double bracket. See echo $sum. See, it will print the value. Same thing you have to consider. Just said sub is equal to subtractor is equal to x minus y. Echo $sub. I mean minus 10, yeah, something like this. Same thing you have a multiply. X star Y. Echo dollar mul. Yeah, this is how it is. Right? Divide is equal to Y slash X actually. Echo dollar DAV. Yeah. Even though it has to show some floating point. Yeah, no, here it is not show floating point. Suppose X is equal to 7, Y is equal to 5. So when you are doing it actually, right, it is to supposed to show you the floating point at all, but it will not show you the floating point value. It will not show you the dot decimal values. It will not show you because it will try to truncate it actually. Okay. Similarly, like for example, like there's a modulus operator remainder is there, no? You remember it, right? So I do something like a remainder or modulus operator is nothing but X modulus of Y. Echo dollar remainder. Sometimes want to increase the value of X. Like we have X now, we are redefine X as 7. I want to increase the value of X actually. So how do you do that? You will just say double bracket X plus plus. This we heavily use in our script actually. This. Now if you do an echo dollar X, now it will be 8 actually. See. Similarly, I'll just say Y minus minus. See, echo dollar Y. So what was the value Y earlier? We are defined it as a 5. Now it will become 4. Correct. Even like for example, even you can even increase the value also. Like for example, you had sum is equal to, you have a value of X. I want to add the 10 value to the value X. You can do this also, echo dollar sum. See, it will work like this. Or either you can use directly like this. Sum is equal to 2 plus 3. Directly use a value only. Echo dollar sum. See, this also works. You can directly pass the values, not only with the variables, you can even pass the values also. Right? So this symbol, no, whatever using double bracket, no, this is heavily used for our integer operation. Okay. Or else you can even use like this echo of what is a dollar of double bracket. You not even have any way. Earlier what we did, sum is equal to like that I used, right? Then I'm using echo dollar sum. Like that I was using, right? Why I have to do like this? I can just directly use like this, right? Echo double bracket dollar of I need not even use a variable sum like 2 plus 3 directly like this I'll use. Sorry, double bracket. So it will show like this. So guys, these are all very, very important operations what we're doing it actually. Okay. So apart from this, as I said, like there is a BC is there. A BC means basic calculator. BC, base calculator, basic calculator. Let us see whether the base calculator is there or not. BC-FN version. Yeah, it is already installed in my system. I need not to install. If you don't have it, you have to just say M space install space BC-Y. If you give that, it will get installed. Right? Now you will just say, sir, I have an X is equal to 10, Y is equal to 20, whatever might be. Y is equal to 20. I can even use the BC also, base calculator. You have to use a triple less than $X plus $Y. You will come across with all these things, guys, when you're using the script actually. See, it will show like this. Suppose X is equal to 10.2, Y is equal to 12.7. See, it will show the floating point also. Floating point value also it will show. So you are having, suppose you are saying that, sir, I want to use like this. Sum is equal to x plus y. Sorry. What is it? I can't use the floating point value like this actually. I can't use like this with this double bracket because this double bracket is only for integers, not for floating point value. You cannot do like this. That's what it is showing the syntax error, arithmetic syntax error. You cannot use like this actually. Clear, guys? That's what I think purposely I showed this. Just to show you that floating point value, you cannot use it like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here what happened, right? It is only showing only one decimal value. Right. Suppose like for example, something like x is equal to something 6, y is equal to some big number, something 745 I have. So I'll just say BC triple less than dollar $y slash, means you're dividing it actually, dollar of x. You are getting it is truncating, and there might be a decimal float point, but it is truncating. It is showing in your this one in your as an integer. It is showing you the whole number, integer number. Suppose you are saying, sir, I want even the decimal also, everything, whatever it is there. No, I want a decimal means you have to use something like a what is it? I don't recall now. Is it scale actually? Yes, scale. So BC, same thing. Triple less than scale is equal to something like 2 and then semicolon dollar $y slash dollar $x. So it will show you. So scale means you are displaying two after decimal dot, right? Two decimal value. If you're scaling it as 1 means it only shows one decimal value. That's all. If you're scaling it as a 3 or 4 means it will show you the 3 decimal value. So this also we have used it in many of the script. We have seen this BC command heavily. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Same thing, whatever I'm using a command line, right? Same thing I can use in our script also. So there's nothing difference. You can just say, like for example, just to show you that, guys, you want this output, everything?
Yes, sir. Keep in this file only.
Yeah. I'm not using exp or declare and let method because these are very older method. We are not using this one in our script actually. Either you are using BC or either using this bracket actually. These are the two. Fourth and fifth is the one which we are using. Still, I can write a script. We can show it in exp also, right? So, like for example, I think I've already shown long back. I mean, in the previous classes, like same thing. X is equal to 10, y is equal to 20, sum is equal to expr dollar of x plus dollar of y. Then close this thing like this. Echo dollar sum. This also it works actually like this. Same thing with the declare method. So now if I, whatever I did now, if I want to write it in a arithmetic .sh, I mean, whatever, hash bang slash b slash bash. Okay, x is equal to 5, y is equal to something 90, whatever. Sum is equal to x plus y. Echo the addition of dollar $x and dollar $y are or is dollar of sum. Instead of script I'm using, or else you can use the result is equal to dollar of BC 3 less than simple. I'll just say Rajesh, scale it to something 3 value or 2 value, whatever it might be. Dollar of y slash dollar of x. Echo the division, whatever. Division of dollar y with the dollar x is result. Clear? See, whatever I'm typing in a command line, I can write in a script also inside it. So that you need not to be worried like how in this script I'll use. I'll use the script in this family. Then chmod plus x arithmetic.sh, you know very well that now, dot slash arithmetic.sh, it will work fine. Correct? Or else I have to use just to show you that something I could have used 89 actually. So that scale value I want to show.
Result we need to use dollar. Result is not getting result.
Result.
The division result. So
Yeah, correct. Correct. Here guys. So guys, I think we'll stop it here because it will be too much, right? So we have almost covered 2.5 hours. So what we are going to do now, the next part, what we're going to do now is that actually will be this much is sufficient, which is the miscellaneous things which I was supposed to cover. I'll just think if anything is missing, I will cover again. So what we're going to do the next actually, the next part is that actually we will continue with the next class. I'm saying about the next session actually. So what is our action plan? Actually, what we'll be doing? We will continue with one or two examples in my if condition. Yeah, one more important things which I missed it actually, that I have to explain about what is the single bracket and double bracket actually. This is very important actually. Very important because there's a double bracket. No, this is the newer method actually. It's a new method compared to the single bracket actually. And there is an advantage of double bracket than the single bracket. Advantage over double bracket and the single bracket. What is it? I will discuss it in my next session. So from here we will start guys actually. Okay, this is very important. And in many script you have seen that some places you have used a single bracket, some places you use a double bracket, right? Then you can club two different condition in a single bracket, two different condition in a double bracket, right? You might have used you have seen some symbols like this actually, and or like this symbols, or else you have used a hyphen a or hyphen o like this you have used. So like this you have used in your if condition. For example, if I'm just saying if a condition one if this condition one is there, okay, this is there, you can even have the single also like this actually. But I will tell you what exactly the difference between double and the single actually. There's a various differences there, and we have to always use this one actually. Now whenever you want to club the conditions actually, like for example you are using if condition, okay, like you are using a condition one and two conditions like and condition two, like this you have to use it. Or else you say, Rajesh, I don't want to use this symbol actually. Then you can use like this actually. Condition one hyphen a and condition two like this. Both are same. These both are same like this. Sometime you will say that no, I will have or condition. It means that either any one of the conditions should be passed actually. Condition one or the condition two like this. If you don't want to use this symbol, you can use like this actually. If condition one hyphen o or condition two like this. So all these things we'll be discussing in our next session. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So now, okay. So apart from this, guys, what I will be doing now, after this is covered, these are the basic things which I'll be covering up actually in my next immediate session. After that, what I will do that I will go ahead with maybe one or two examples again on if conditions. Then we will wind up the case. In the if condition, we will complete it actually. In the if condition, one or two examples on if conditions, one or two examples on if conditions, and then what we'll do that we will go ahead with something as a case statement. After the case statements, okay, it will take me around some 20 minutes to cover this. After the case statement, what we'll do, we will try to learn about the positional parameters. Very important position parameters. Once the position parameters complete, then we will go to the looping actually. In the looping, we have a for loop, we have a while loop, you have an until loop, and we have a select statements. Select. Once this is completed, so what I'll be doing, guys, here, whenever I'm explaining a concept, like suppose if I'm taking a case statement, I will explain you one basic script, one or two basic scripts, and one or two advanced scripts. Together, I will be explaining everything, so that you will be on flow, you'll be learning even the advanced script also. Similarly, with the looping also, I will explain you very, very basic thing about the for loop, while loop, and until loop. I will show you some basics about the while loop, for loop, while loop, until loop, and I will also show you some advanced script using the same loopings actually. Once this is completed, we have to cover many more things. Like for example, we have to cover the cron jobs, how cron jobs are set, and scripts related to the cron jobs. Okay, and then like we will be using how to use the functions, how to define a functions within a script actually. For the script, and how and what is the other things. Get also debugging the script. This will take around 15 minutes to complete it. Okay, debugging the script. Okay, and like after that, what happened, right? You will be explaining about the set and awk scripting. This will take around 1 to 1.5 hours. Like I'm just guessing 1.5 hours, 1 hour 30 minutes class. Okay, and then like we'll also be trying to understand about how SSH works and how to automate the scripts using SSH pass command. So we'll be learning many things over here about how to automate from one machine to other machine. You need to log in and you need to perform many things, and we will try to even some advanced scripts which are available. Like for example, like taking an archive, taking a backup of all older files. Many are there. See, during this journey, guys, it doesn't mean that we will be learning many scripting, and also we'll be covering many shells advanced script also. But there are many other scripts are there which also I will cover. Like for example, like installing multiple packages. Okay, and installing a database and creating a tables using scripts actually. Right, sending an email notification. So whenever any condition fails, right, send an email notification. Okay, we'll also see about the socket programming or the network programming, little program in script actually. So some of the things we will be seeing in advanced level, so that you will get to know about like where and all the scripts can be used actually. Okay, so here in advanced scripts, don't worry, I'll be covering many scripts actually. I'll be showcasing a lot of scripts so that you will be able to comfortably see that how things are working in a script actually. Clear? Once this is done actually, so we are almost at the end part. Then we'll be explaining about the Linux intro questions actually. That's what I discussed. Linux intro questions and troubleshooting sessions, and little bit of troubleshooting sessions. Guys, here once we are completing all this, then it means that you are ready to work with the scripts. Actually, you are ready to work the scripts. So what I will do today, after it actually, I will give a small assignments. Just come up with a script, 1 or 2 scripts. So what I will do in today WhatsApp group, right? I will I will ask you to write, but not now because we have not yet completed. From tomorrow onwards, I'll give the assignment for you. So tomorrow, whatever our class complete, right? Based on the class, like for example, I might give you the assignment to write one script on using if condition, one script using on for loop, one script on using on while loop. Okay, I will even ask you some of the things. So some of the things like how many different ways you can write the same script. Some person will come with one logic, some other person will come with different logic. So I want to see like what kind of a logic you're using for achieving the output of it, right? So I might specifically say that I might give a problem statement. I will say that could you please write a script in 2 different ways, the same output I need to get. So I want to just see what would be your approach on writing a script actually. So this will be kind of a daily assignment. Whatever I do in the class, right? After end of that session, right? I will be doing a daily assignment to you so that you can complete that assignment, send across to me separately so that I will go through it. And the next day I will give you the solution also. I will showcase that solution. It will not be that much big. I will only give you a small script where you can write only max 10 lines of script or even below 10 lines of script, not very big. Okay. So I'll make sure that I'll keep it very small actually. Okay, so guys, this is how our journey will be we will be proceeding our journey and we will be completing. So another 4 to 5 sessions we required to complete this whole stuff actually. Okay, in here also what happened, right? Here in the advanced script, I will be covering many things. Like for example, scripts for taking the load in your system. If the threshold is going above 70%, send out the email. So this also will be checking script for in the disk space. If the disk space is going above 70% or 75% or 80%, send out notification. There are many scripts are there, guys, where I'll be showcasing you actually. Clear? So in this, when we are explaining about the sed and awk only, here only I will try to cover some of the regular expressions so that you will be coming across some regular expressions also. Clear, guys? So this would be our upcoming next sessions activity. Clear? Okay, guys, chalo then. Let me stop the recording so that if you have any doubts, you can ask me. But if you have any doubts, you can ask me, or else we'll stop the recording. Guys, Mohammad Akhtar, Naresh, Harshita.
No doubt.
Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes.
So was it useful today's session? Because it was very much mandated to know all these things, whatever we discussed today. Even though we spent ample time, but it was useful for us.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are very important basic.
All
information needed,
basic only covered. I have not started anything
yeah,
scripting
but
now.
most important, yeah.
But now when you start learning script, now you will understand everything. Whatever I'm saying now, you will understand everything. Bits and pieces, everything you'll understand now. This I could have covered earlier only, but I was waiting for some time to come. So when we started the scripting, yeah, but I have to cover all these things at the very first level only. But anyway, that's fine. We have completed this one and we will go ahead with our complete scripting now. Clear, guys?
Rajesh, does the socket programming is required for DevOps?
No, sir, not really
No,
required.
right?
I'll just
Okay,
show you
okay.
some simple examples, sir. Not
Okay,
really that
okay.
much actually. Yeah.
Sure.
You cannot achieve everything in the socket scripting. Some basic thing I will show you. in the socket actually.
Yeah, from performance assessment
Mm.
perspective, so I think those scripts are important. That checking the load and checking the disk space.
Yes, checking the disk space. Yes, many things.
Yeah.
URL validations, and also like I will show you like how to install the Tomcat server and database server. I mean anything like MySQL database.
Yeah, because in DevOps, who are actually working in DevOps, mostly they will use these. They will write the scripts either using shell scripting or Python for checking the disk space or load in the system.
Yes, obviously 100%. Yes. URL validation. We'll be doing that's not a big thing. URL validation script, backupping script, backing up the data. Regular backups actually. Regular backups. Like for example, you need to monitor a lot of logs actually, right? Monitoring the logs. So what is monitoring the logs and all? Also, I'll be discussing something about that. Monitoring the logs actually, monitoring the system logs. Okay. Once you're monitoring system logs, obviously what happened that you need to write a script for taking a backup of all the logs actually. Like for example, you'll be having a system logs, or you'll be having a logs on Apache logs, right? SSL logs. There are so many logs which are getting generated. System level logs or your application level logs. Those things and all, you need to take a regular backups and you need to keep it in an archive actually. So for that, actually what happened that you need to write a script. So these are all the very standard scripts which you will find in every organization. You'll find the scripts are there actually. But apart from that, you will be writing your own scripts for achieving your automation purposes. Correct? So guys, we'll cover many things. Don't worry. Okay, whatever maximum possible, I will cover all the scripts actually to you. Clear? Okay, done. I think I will stop it. I'll stop the recording first. Then let me stop the recording. Yes.